Good afternoon, VC, and happy Memorial Weekend. Crazy Jimmy coming here on a Friday afternoon. It's been a little while since I've posted a video, but I'll be popping one up from this book here, Acid Archives, second edition. And today's submission is going to be 1977's Folly's Pool. Well, let me take it out of the plastic. The glare is totally blinding everyone. Not that it matters. There's shrink on here, but it should be a little easier to see. You can see the Folly's Pool there in gold lettering. And there's the back. This is from 1977. And it's got the band members and each track with some lyrics on the back. So pretty cool stuff there. I don't think there's any inserts for this one. Nope. And here's the label. It's a Vanity Press, of course, and it's on Century Records. Look there. Pretty cool label. Folly's Pool, self-titled, 1977. So just a couple things on this before I get to the book and the description in the book. This is definitely a West Coast. It's got like a mixture of West Coast and a little bit of prog in there. Best reference point for a band I can think of would be Space Opera. So if you haven't heard Space Opera's first album, from 1970, I believe it was, and it's right behind me there, next to SRC, right there on the top. So next to, in between the Paisleys and SRC. So that's probably the best reference point. This is more West Coast. I wouldn't call it Eagles style, even though some reviews have called it in the style of Eagles. I would say CSNY maybe, mixed with that West Coast melody and harmonies, kind of that mixture. The harmonies are incredible. They're all over the place on this album. My favorite track on here is Just a Memory, which is the third track on side one. That'll bring to mind the best of early 70s, like AM Gold pop with crazy good harmonies. So the vocals on this and the harmonies are just immaculate all the way through. It's like these 3-part harmonies, just beautiful. And there is a hint of prog on here too, and it's really well done. If you think of like West Coast and prog mixed together, it probably doesn't sound too appetizing, but it really is pretty good. The Space Opera album is also kind of that, has that mix, but more piano based. This is more acoustic based. And by the way, the record itself was mastered and cut by Stan Ricker. So if those of you who know in the record business, Stan Ricker was just a master at what he did. The pressing is, the original pressing is just phenomenal. I don't think this has ever been repressed, so this is the only press. But Stan Ricker is just really highly regarded, and his work is just phenomenal. He also did ELO's Out of the Blue, the original Out of the Blue. So anything Stan Ricker touches, you know, is going to sound immaculate. It's going to sound great. It's going to have a wide sound stage. It's going to have a nice deep bass and nice mids, nice highs. Really, you can kind of hear into the music. It's very analogy. So 100% recommend this album for its sound quality and for its collectability and for the melodies within. So let's go to page 119 and give you a taste of what they wrote here. And I don't really agree with all of it in here because they reference Jethro Tull, and I don't really hear Jethro Tull here. I think the whole reason Jethro Tull was brought up in this book is because there's some flute in a couple songs. It's not Jethro Tull sounding to me at all. This is more West Coast than anything. So, thinking any of that West Coast Americana sound from the 70s, that smooth sound that the Eagles were doing. It's more slanted towards that with a hint of prog in there, a little bit of flute at times. So, anyways, here's what they had to say. 1977, Folly's Pool. It gets a number 2 for value. Not sure that's accurate. You can pick up a VG Plus copy of this for between, I would say, $70 to $80. And then something like this in the shrink and near mint would probably cost you about $100 to $125. So if that constitutes a 2 for value, then I guess so. Anyways, these guys, let me get closer. These guys tried hard to eat their cake and have it too, as they mix Eagle-style 1970s West Coast with musically advanced UK guitar prog in hope that no one's going to complain. Few people probably will, as they handle both styles in surprisingly adept way for a vanity label with nice country flavored melodies and strong vocal harmonies on the LA cowboy stuff and adventurous and technically impressive guitar arrangements on the prog moves. Possibly originating from Jethro Tull, the end result recalls another Tull-influenced band, Denmark's great Culpeper's Orchard. Although Folly's Pool don't quite reach that level of consistency and inspiration. Third Estate is another possible reference point, although the dreamy, psych X-Factor magic of that LP isn't really to be found here. I kind of disagree with that. This has some dreamy moments, some dreamy parts that will kind of sink you into your chair. Still, I enjoy this LP quite a bit, and as a merger of the two seemingly opposite musical styles, it's a rare experience. And PL reviewed it, page 119 in the Acid Archives book. So there you have it, Folly's Pool, mastered by none other than Stan Ricker, the legend, 1977. Pick it up. It's rather inexpensive for a vanity labeled pressing, for a private pressing like this. So you should be able to get one now on Discogs. There's a few left in America that you can grab, and if you're listening in other countries, there's some. I think there's 1 or 2 in Germany and the UK as well. So check it out. Folly's Pool, 1977. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate everyone's support, and we'll see you soon. Happy Memorial Day, by the way. Thank you.